Jeffrey Allen, and welcome to Today in the Morning. We have a fantastic interview segment for you today. We have a panel here of 5 wonderful, bright, intelligent people. Our first panelist here is an author. Could somebody please tell me the title of the last book she wrote? Anyone? Another Day, Another Dollar. This next panelist here is a documentary filmmaker. Could I have the subject of the documentary? Balloons. This panelist here is an expert and an athlete in sports. What type of sport does this have?
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. Fantastic. This panelist here is an editor at which magazine? Cosmo. And this panelist here is a professor. What area of study?
Women's studies.
Fantastic, everybody. Let's get this show going. Panelists, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our lovely audience?
Hello, my name is Barbara Breakhouse. And, well, I don't know. Thank you. So nice to be here. You know, I don't really know anything about working. So weird that I wrote a book about working.
It's fantastic.
And it's just so like hotcakes. Yeah, it's called Another Day, Another Dollar. And it's actually like more like a pamphlet. It's like
Easy reading.
15, I don't even know how many pages it is. It's actually it's like you flip it over, and it's half English and half Swahili, because those people really need to get to work.
I am Jennifer Hudson. I wrote a documentary about balloons, and I just really love them.
That doesn't last as long as I was hoping. In my intro. I did a documentary about balloons because I love them. They flow and the colors.
That's fantastic. Our next panelist, please tell us something about yourself.
I'm John Daniels. I'm the first and only single synchronized swimmer.
Busting through those gender lines right here today. Fantastic, sir.
Hey, Frank Matthews here, and I'm the editor-in-chief of Cosmo, and we are all about blush this month. Blush is out. I'm looking at you in the first row, honey.
Professor Richard Dreyfuss. I am a professor in the study of women's study, actually, over at Western Illinois University. I'm a 2-time divorcee, and usually my talks cost about $500 per hour, but here's a little tidbit for you. All women want to do is take your money and your little shaggy dog, Max.
Welcome all of you to the show. Just absolutely wonderful to have you here. Let's get started on some current events. Say we've got a president with the lowest approval rating since we don't know when in the office. We're fighting a war, yet the top stories of the day seems to be Lindsay Lohan. What are your thoughts?
She's like water in the ear. You just gotta flush her out. She needs to just go away.
You know, Lindsay Lohan just needs a friend. You know, I had a friend once. His name was Max, and he was a dog. But, host, the pigs took her away.
Yeah, I actually ran into Lindsay once at a club.
Well, tell us about that.
She was higher than that balloon. It's balloon puns.
All right then, I for one love what her whole approach is to it, because she's just doing whatever the fuck she wants to do all the time. And I can't remember the last time she worked, so
There you go.
there you go, bitch.
Yeah, I also love what she's doing. Yeah, puke all over those last year's Bruno Mollies. I mean,
Exactly. Well, panelists, if you don't mind, I'm going to turn some of the questions over to the audience.
Absolutely.
If they have any questions whatsoever you'd like to shout out.
I have a question.
All right, yes, sir.
The swimmer went to a high school and didn't have a pool. So how did
That's a wonderful question, sir.
Tell us.
True, there was no pool per se. They told me there was one on the roof, so I went. I got stuck up there. But we used to go down the street to the girls' school. It was nice.
how are the uniforms?
Oh, they were great. They were tighter than Lindsay Lohan.
You said it, I didn't.
Fascinating, fascinating. How about another question from our audience?
Are those balloons or are those real?
Well, we have a very appropriate question from a member of the audience.
They're not real. They are in fact balloons. Many different
same very query class for many years now. I've so wanted to see them and tell if they were real or not. Last night, I was sitting in the janitor's closet. I blindfolded her and pulled her in. They're real.
Well, there you go. That's not the way to find out.
And what's my dog anymore?
Let's take one final question from our audience before we wrap things up here today. Any question at all?
This one's for the Legal Studies major.
Oh, dear sir.
What would you say is the next step? We're meant to break in a glass ceiling.
No.
Sounds like
That's a very insightful query. Glass ceiling. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a two-time divorcee. My dog has been stolen from me and is now probably being fed cat food. It's not right. But to answer your question, the glass ceiling, maybe we should stick their head through the glass ceiling so they die because they're all evil. Also, I was finalist. Would you like to marry me, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Meet you in the janitor's closet.
Okay.